Hey everyone, today I'm going to do yet another tutorial from the Urban Decay Naked Palette. This is a look especially for my friend who probably doesn't want her name said on YouTube, so I won't, but she was my maid of honor, and she just picked up the Urban Decay Naked Palette and has suggested that she needs some ideas on how to use it. So, maid of honor, this one's for you, so if you like this look, keep on watching. Okay, seeing as how I filmed the intro, or I will have filmed the intro after I finish this look, I'm not sure what I will have said yet. So, just to make sure I've covered everything, I am doing yet another Urban Decay Naked Palette tutorial, even though you know I hate doing tutorials. Mimi is killing a squirrel, a pretend squirrel, so that's the squeaky noise. Anyway, the reason I'm doing this is because my dear friend, who shall remain nameless, but who is my maid of honor, is not a makeup person, but she messaged me and told me that because of me, she bought the Urban Decay Naked Palette, and now she's not entirely sure what to do with it. So, out of extreme guilt that I made a makeup person I didn't make her, I didn't know she was doing it, but I'm trying to come up with some looks for her to play with and use. She is a working girl. Okay, that sounded terrible. She is an attorney, so she works in a more conservative setting, and she has young children, and so I want to come up with something that's appropriate, quick, and easy, and I have not a clue what I'm doing. I'm just looking in my lap, I'm looking at the palette, and I'm going to just give it a shot. So if this is not an appropriate work look, it still might be fun. We shall see. Okay, so I've put on all my face makeup, foundation, concealer, powder, blush, bronzer, contouring, and so forth. I've primed my lids with MAC Paint Pot. Just make sure that's all blended in. And I think I am going to use, this is a filthy e.l.f. flat brush that's already a little bit dirty, which is fine because I'm using sort of one of the slightly darker colors on my lid, which is a bit of a change. This is Smog. It's a nice brown, bronzy color. And I'm just going to get that on the brush and tap, 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 tap. And Mimi's going to chew, 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 apparently. And I'm putting this on my lid, and I'm not really packing it on. And I'm trying to keep it just into the crease. If you want to, I could probably zoom in a little here, let's see. If you want to change the contour of your eye a little bit, this is the time to do it. My eyelids are teeny tiny. Okay, let's pause and watch the crazy dog try to get that up onto the chair. Yay! She's bringing her kill to the top of the tree. I think she thinks she's a lion. Isn't that what... No, cheetahs do that. She's having a little identity crisis there. Okay, I know this is an eye tutorial, but this is hysterical. And, yeah, see him? It's Wild Kingdom in my house. Anyway, while that drama's going on behind me, focus, people. I'm going to try and draw my eyelid out a little bit. See what I mean? I'm gonna look in the mirror here. I'm gonna pat it out a little bit in this direction. Let me get a little more on my brush. Just to give the illusion that I actually have eyelids. I mean, obviously I have eyelids, but you know what I mean. So it's a little more rounded out like that. And then the key here, as I am learning, is blend, blend, blend. Take any blendy brush. This is the Sigma 224 I used yesterday. Now, of course, I can't find it. This is a foundation brush, actually, but it's very fluffy, and this would be good if you want stuff everywhere. Where is my other favorite brush? Well, that's weird. Any domed brush, you could use. This is an e.l.f. contour brush. If it's clean, you could, I'm going to use that because that's a little more, I'm going to use this brush because I think more of you have this than Sigma brushes. And I'm just going to, is this clean? Start and just go back. This doesn't look all that clean to me. Somebody's not keeping your brushes clean. That someone would be me. I'll admit that I hate cleaning my brushes. Now, if blending is a problem for you, as it is for me, something you can do to help the process go along, that looks interesting, is to go get a lighter neutral color and blend that in. So because I'm obviously struggling this morning, I'm going to go do that. So I'm going to go grab my fallback blending color, which is Wet n Wild Brulee, and I'll be right back. Sorry, I'm back. So Wet n Wild Brulee on any blendy brush, and I'm just going over the top of that. And that really, and I'm trying not to arch my eyebrows. And that really makes all the difference. Look at that. Don't forget the outer edge here. Now, if that's all you want to do, you could just add eyeliner, curl your lashes and mascara, and you're good. I mean, that's really an easy look. So I'm going to do the other eye, and I will be right back, and we'll see how much farther I want to take this look. So I have both my eyes done as far as the first color and the blending is done. I'll admit there were some shenanigans going on behind me while I was doing that, and I tried to film it for a dog video, but the minute, literally the second I turned that camera around, they just stopped and looked at me. It's like they have a plan. Okay, so if you want to stop here, like I said, you can. At the very least, I think, oh, here's my blendy brush, found it. At the very least, I would dip a pointy little brush into Virgin. I'll leave the double entendres alone. I went a little crazy in the last one. Dip it into Virgin and just get in that inner corner and even into the tear duct, and you can feel there's like a little knot, a little notch, a little recess in there, and it's vertical. And just go up and down in there, and don't worry about blending that out just yet, but it does add a bit of dimension and reflects light. And then go ahead and go under the eye as well. Just a little bit. Just in that area where you really don't have eyelashes. And then, assuming you have a clean brush, and obviously we know what I'm doing this afternoon, I will be cleaning my brushes. Just blend that in a little bit. And that just brightens you up and makes you look a little more awake, as we all need. If most of us, no matter what age we are, need to look a little more awake in the mornings. So, that is a good start. And honestly, I think that's really all that I want to do. I will deepen up the corner just a smidge because that's what I like to do. So to do that, I'm actually going to use the matte color here, Buck. And if you need a little contouring, I'm learning my lesson. I'm just going to brush this on my, see how dark that is? If you don't tap that off, you can make a mess of things, as I am wont to do. So my favorite thing is just to stick it in the corner there, wiggle it around a little bit, and then brush up and brush down. Just kind of get that outer V going a little bit. Now, I know I said I'd leave it, but I'm looking down at my palette, and I think the key here is this is a sort of a layered effect. So at any point in this tutorial, you can go, yeah, that looks good, and stop. Or you can keep going. And what I would like to do, just for me, because I am not working in a conservative work environment, I am heading to Walmart, is I just want to add a little dimension on my lid. So I'm going with Half Baked, which is maybe my favorite color in this palette. I love it, and it's a true bronze, copper, bright. And I'm just going to dab that just like that in the middle of my eyelid. It's not a crazy color. It's not, people aren't going to go, whoa, what's on your lids? But it just, and then of course blend. It just gives you just a little something more. And I think that is perfectly appropriate for work. I'm going to, just to soften it up a little bit more, if I can find my brush. I love this brush. I don't know if Trish McAvoy still makes it, but this is my my eraser brush, my highlight brush. I'm dipping it back into that Brulee, which is not part of this palette. If this palette were to be perfect, I think this is what I would have. If they had included a color like this, if they had, say, gotten rid of gunmetal, because that's my least used color. If they had gotten rid of gunmetal and added this one, it would have been a perfect palette. But they didn't. The people at Urban Decay did not contact me and ask me my opinion. So there you go. Although I think they're doing just fine without my input. So that is an easy office look that, you know, you can ramp it up as much as you'd like. I have a hair from a brush on my nose. And then just to make things easy, I'm going with the brown side of this, and because it's for work, and just really quickly, just a thin line. I'm not winging it, so to speak. You can do however you like, whatever you're more comfortable with when you're doing your eyeliner. I know I switch hands. I've always switched hands. I've never thought about it. I just do it. On a side note, I am wearing the Rimmel 25-hour foundation. Is that what it is? I can't remember. I picked it up at CVS yesterday. I had to go pick up water guns last minute for a science project for my youngest son, and they had that half off sale. So I got it for, like, I don't know, $3, $4. I don't love it like Estee Lauder Double Wear. I just don't. That's my initial impression. I've had it on half an hour. I don't like the finish as much, and it feels kind of drying to me. I don't know. Okay, so eyeliner's on. I didn't put any on underneath. I am not a fan of stuff underneath my eye, and especially during the day. I feel like I have smaller sized eyes, and putting something on underneath just makes it look smaller. Also, things, especially if you're working, you're out all day, and stuff tends to creep down your face as the day progresses, and so it's best to just not put anything there. So that's that. And then I'm going to curl my lashes with I love this thing. I think this is the best eyelash curler. It comes in pink now. You can get it at Ulta. I picked mine up at an Inglot store in Montreal, but Ulta sells them too in the back. And this is the longest running sample ever. I have some money set aside for shopping, and I want to get the full size of this, the Double Wear mascara and the Double Wear concealer in a wand. And I'm kind of waiting for a giveaway, I will be honest. And since this sample has lasted months, this is insane, right? They certainly give you a lot for your money. Now, I have the Clinique Bottom Lash Mascara, and I love it. And I'm not retracting that. I do love it. But I will say that this is so wonderful that this goes on easily, as long as you don't poke yourself in the face. This is great on bottom lashes as well. It doesn't transfer. It doesn't flake. Okay, I so don't want wrinkles. This is ridiculous. I've had several viewers suggest not to move my forehead. How do I do that? Okay. So there you go. There's your work look. I like it. I would finish it off personally with a neutral lipstick. Of course, this is my trusty P2. Rodeo Drive. I know most people, unless you are in Germany, can't get their hands on this, so I would suggest the Revlon Limited Edition Fashions Night Out or Soft Nude. I have been told that by a few people, actually, that the YSL Rouge Volupté lipsticks, they're whatever their creamiest lipsticks are, They have a color very similar that is also very similar in consistency. It's a heck of a lot more expensive than this, but okay, I won't be in a t-shirt if I were going to work. But this is the finished look, and I hope that you liked it. And as always, thank you for suffering through a tutorial with me. I know they're slightly awkward. Let me explain really quickly why I insist on punishing myself like this over and over in a tutorial. I am not a makeup artist, as is obvious. But I feel like most of you who are watching me are like me. You are not a professional in the cosmetics industry, but you like to play with makeup, and we make mistakes. And I think the problem sometimes with watching the greats, like Lisa Eldridge and Pixie Woo, is that they make it look so easy, and sometimes it's not. Sometimes a look you've done 100 times on the 101st try doesn't work. Something isn't blending right. I don't know if it's the humidity or the way your skin is that day, but something goes wrong. And so I feel like the point of me doing these tutorials is to show the everyday 30-something mom, or whatever demographic you're in, that we do make mistakes. There are ways to fix it. It's not always going to be perfect. Don't beat yourself up if your blending doesn't work out or the color placement isn't perfect. There are ways to fix things, and if you mess it up horribly, that's why we have makeup remover. So anyway, thanks for watching. I'm glad you joined me today, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.